What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Robert Horry, live from Andalusia, Alabama. This is the Shoot Around, our Friday bonus show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us twice this week. We appreciate all of you. If you ever have a question or a topic you want to throw to the Shoot Around, we're at Big Shot Bob Pod, pretty much all over the place. Facebook and what used to be Twitter. I guess it's X and Instagram. I don't know. I'm never going to call it X.
I'll call it Twitter.
I'm always going to call it Twitter. I'll never break that habit. But if you ever have something for us, just send it our way. We'd love to bring it up. We have a bunch of questions to get to this week. I'm going to start with something that we kind of touched on Tuesday. Rob, you talked about how much people love the loyal guys, like the guys that play for their franchise their whole career.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you guys two teams here, and I'm going to let you guys pick who you want. There's the all-time loyal five, okay? The all-time loyal five would be Dirk Nowitzki, 21 seasons for the Mavericks. Kobe, 20 seasons for the Lakers. Tim Duncan, 19 for the Spurs. John Stockton, 19 for the Jazz. And Reggie Miller, 18 for the Pacers. So that's going to be Nowitzki, Kobe, Duncan, Stockton, Reggie. Versus the active loyal top five. Steph Curry, 16 seasons for the Warriors. Jokic, 10 seasons, all for the Nuggets. Devin Booker, 10 seasons, all for the Suns. Giannis, 12 seasons, all for the Bucks. And Draymond Green, 13 seasons, all for the Warriors. So Steph, Draymond, Giannis, Jokic, and Booker.
Man, if you don't give me the former.
You have no merit in the active team? Dude, the active team
Hold on, give me the first team again.
Dirk, Kobe, Duncan, Stockton, Reggie. And then the current active players, Steph, Draymond, Giannis, Jokic, and Booker. Dude, I think you guys are sleeping on the actives, man.
I'm not sleeping on the active. I just don't think Joker should be on that team because 10 seasons, like, compared to everybody else, like 15 plus.
Well, but I also don't see him going anywhere.
Yeah. So, I'm taking – I just take that first team because I think, you look at just with Kobe and Tim alone, then got Dirk. Ooh, you got – that's two. That's what
You got
Kobe
Reggie
and
shooting.
Tim. You
got John moving the ball.
Yeah. You got some great defense on that team. That last team you named.
Oh, yeah, they only play no defense. You're right.
Outside of Giannis, I mean.
Yeah, but everybody else on that team, and Draymond maybe a little, but yeah,
Draymond too.
Steph don't play a lot of defense. I mean, Jokic should play better defense, and Booker, no, he don't play no defense.
But Booker can play defense.
I know he hasn't. He just hasn't.
I'll take team one.
Okay, I think we're all leaning to team one.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Hey, that's a 7-game series. I tell you that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. Just like we talked about, a lot of these teams that you kind of conjure up, and Jordan is there. You look at Kobe, they're saying Kobe gonna pull him. He gonna get him right. Let's get.
Yeah, that's true. Kobe will find a way. He always does. We brought up Jokic, so I'm going to ask you this one.
Hey, I think first of all, let's give. Even though I shit on him a lot, they say I do, but I don't. Let's give Tim some credit. Now, Tim gonna anchor that fucking defense and give you those rebounds and blocks that he's such an underrated defender. He's one of those guys don't give a shit if he gets dunked on. That's why you want one of those guys on a team like that. So
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
That shit.
Poster me every now and then because I'm gonna block 2-3 more of them.
Yeah.
And you know what though, with Tim's like I think we've talked about this before. He's like the most unsexy superstar. In that, like, his game had no flash. You know what I mean? Like but he went out for damn 20 years and just was like a machine. I mean, he just performed every single freaking year, and MVP caliber performances across the board for him. And it was never flash. He was never in front of the media all the time. There was never a lot of squabbling and feuds and none of that shit. He was the most boring superstar ever, but he was damn near unbeatable at times. Yeah, so I just think that's why Tim doesn't get his love, man, because he didn't have all the media flair. Yeah,
it's a lot of boring guys that we look past and understand what they brought to the game and how they were feared.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of Jokic, this question came to us from Darren. Tell me you saw Nikola Jokic over the weekend overcome with emotion that his horse won a race way more than I ever saw him winning an NBA championship. Does this guy really even care about basketball, or is it just something he's really good at so he keeps playing?
It's a side mission.
It's a side mission for Joker?
Yeah, it's like in
NBA
like
title,
Grand Theft
couple
Auto.
MVPs. This is a side mission?
Yeah, it's like in Grand Theft Auto when if you have a mission, you have little side missions. Mm-hmm. This is his little side mission that he gets paid $50 million a year to do.
Yeah, and be arguably one of the best players on the floor.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, well, damn, he happy. But
I mean, it's the man loves his horses. I don't know what to say, but he's right in the sense. Darren's right in the sense he sends this question. I saw all the side by side videos of like him with the horse win versus him with the Larry O, and like there's that video of him in the locker room after the Nuggets. He kind of like half shakes a bottle of champagne and it kind of dribbles open and he puts it down and he walks away. Like he I don't know, man. Like the love of the game doesn't just pour off of him like it does a lot of guys, and that's kind of weird to me. You know, because we hold him up as like, oh, he could be the best player in the league, right? He doesn't even seem to care.
Yeah. Who knows what's going through that mindset of his?
Did you ever play with a guy like that who was just really freaking good, but I don't know, like you got the thought every now and then, like, man, I don't know if he really cares that much.
No, not really.
Okay. Yeah, because that's like, man, he exudes that vibe I haven't seen from a lot of guys in the league. You know, like a lot of guys playing in the NBA, this is their dream, and for some dudes, it's like, well, I'm big and tall. I guess this works for me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm athletic.
I can make a lot of money doing this, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, next question is from Keith. He asks Rob specifically, but I'm going to ask everybody. Rob, what did you think about Shaq's comments about Rudy Gobert this week? That if he goes into the Hall of Fame, they want them to take him out of it. Man comes off jealous because Rudy got the bag. That's what Keith says.
I don't think first let's get Shaq ain't jealous of anyone. You know, his career on and off the court has been better than most. And I think what he's trying to say is because Rudy Gobert, for all the accolades and the money that he's gotten, a lot of us feel like it wasn't deserved, because if you get a defensive player of the year and you can't be on the floor during the playoffs, that's a sign. You get defensive player of the year and you can't play for your own country, that's a sign. You know, I think that's the point. I just think that, you know, at the end of the day, for the product that he is putting out there, the product is not worth the money he's getting. So I understand where Shaq's coming from, but let's be honest. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame just for the fact that he's won Defensive Players of the Year.
He's won what, 3?
I believe so. No, 3 at least.
3.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
No, I think it's 3.
It better not be 4.
It better not.
It's 4. I think he's at least won 3. He's getting in. Look, I do agree from the standpoint of.
Oh, he's won 4.
Oh, Lord, he's definitely
2018, 2019, 2021, 2024.
Yeah, he's getting in.
He
He's
won
certainly
4.
definitely getting in. And
He
a
won
couple
in
of those
2024?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Sure did.
I would love to sit down with the people who over the years have voted for Defensive Player of the Year. And I think about when Marc Gasol got his. I'm like, who the fuck is voting?
Yeah, like what's your criteria? Yeah. Is it because if it's blocks and stuff like that? All right, fine. But I mean,
well, that's where his is coming from. Blocks.
I know, and that seems to be the only criteria that really seems to matter there right now.
But the problem with Rudy Gobert has always been for the amount that he got traded for, the amount of money that he's made. Which, hey, you have a heck of an agent. They negotiate that. That's what you get.
Yeah,
but.
Exactly.
What's hard to get past is the fact that in situational basketball, you have to sit down. I don't know too many Defensive Player of the Year award winners that had to sit on the bench because they were a matchup issue.
This is true.
I don't know. Rob, can you name any?
Because if they're on the bench, you putting them in the game because they want to be a stopper.
And I think that's part of Shaq's point. You know, you got paid to be the star. You need to be the guy. Like you should be the stopper. You should be the guy that's never on the bench, never a liability, never in trouble defensively. As a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of his point.
They benched you internationally.
Yeah.
So you got benched here in the league, and you got benched on your native team
by dudes that ain't even in the league.
Representing your country, you got benched. So my thing is?
Yeah, France is like, sit down, man.
You got embarrassed domestically and internationally.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's hard for me to believe.
I get where I think I don't know if Shaq's, to Rob's point, I don't ever see Shaq as being jealous. I think he just comes off as, hey man, you got this money, you better be the guy. That's it. Mm-hmm. And there's no excuse for you not to be. And if you're gonna take that bag, you better be the dude.
I just think Shaq holds people to a certain standard. If you're gonna get paid a certain amount, you need to be A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Big time.
I do agree with that. I'll say because of the way the salary cap is going and the way money is being spent, it's different now because you're going to have guys who are just mediocre are not going to make $40 million a year. So that concept of you deserving of certain amount of money is a little bit skewed because of the way the salary cap is going.
But this has been going on for years. I remember when Brian Cardinal got all that damn money. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, you guys probably didn't know who the fuck Brian Cardinal is.
Nope.
And see, he got all that money. I'm like,
heard his name, and I'm like,
this dude's making more money than me. He can't even fucking be on the floor. But it happens. Yep. You're going to have guys like that just get a ton of money because they're in the right place at the right time. You know?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's about when you can get back to the table.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk to a point that Rob, I think, has brought up before. This comes from John Wall. He was on the Dog Talk podcast. He talking about point guards. Quote, you're really putting two guards out there as point guards now. They're not trying to create for others. They're just getting buckets. That's it. He laid out how, he's got lots of guys out there. He pointed to Tyrese Halliburton and Chris Paul as rare examples of guards that still carry the torch for the old school playmaking idea of getting and he said, quote, if I can get my teammate paid, I did my job. And that's what a point guard does. There aren't too many of those left in the league. Agree? Disagree?
Oh, I totally agree. Because it is starting at a young age now, because point guards are the guys who can handle the ball and they're shooting. So they're taught that, you get yours, everybody else can fucking filter in where they can. So I think it's never going to be a point guard like a Steve Nash, Chris Paul, John Stockton, anybody like that. And I just think it's just going by the wayside because of the way guys are taught how to play the game now. It's a way of getting yours, and it's not about helping people around you. You get yours and everything. You get yours, you'll get paid. That's basically what the motto is now.
Yeah. I mean, and to his point,
and Jason Kidd too. Don't forget about Jason. Kidd.
But to his point, he said, "quote If I can get my teammate paid, I did my job." And I don't think that's a widely accepted idea in the NBA anymore. To your point, I just don't think that's how anybody even thinks.
Yeah. I think guys now are really selfish when it comes to getting, you're not going to have a Tim or a Dirk Nowitzki who take less money so you can, so their teammates can get more money and they can stay together and win. You're not going to have that shit anymore. It's just guys now, they're very selfish when it comes to their brand and their money because they want to have that status to say, oh, I got paid X amount of dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, the game is more so combo guards anyway. Like, we talk even Russ, even with his ability to pass, Russ is technically a combo guard, just in a sense with the way that he plays. Now, he's not the greatest shooter, but just his size, his build, and knowing that you could play him at pretty much almost any guard position, either guard position. He's a combo guard in a sense. But, yeah, you don't have many traditional point guards anymore because you have more guys classified as point guards that know how to score the ball at will. They score the ball like two guards now.
Yeah, and that was John's point.
Yeah,
you got a lot of two guards out there saying they're point guards.
Well, John was one of them.
Yeah,
he's talking about himself. John Wall was a combo guard. John Wall was a scorer. Could John Wall pass the ball? Sure, but John Wall was a scorer of the basketball. So if anybody should know, he should.
Yeah. Rob, question from Marcus. This is meant for Rob. I guess will apply to everybody. How much are you bothered by stuff people say about you online? Rob, I have to imagine you probably get a fair amount of it. I'm sure Jenners and B-Dog have gotten a little bit of it, too.
Can you hit the button for me? I don't give a shit.
Oh, you want the Mike Malone. Where are you, Mike? Where are you at?
I don't give a shit.
He doesn't care at all. Hey, you're not bothered at all?
I'm not bothered. My family cares more than I do. I don't give a shit because at the end of the day, I don't care what some person who does not know me think of me. Now, if that was my wife going on there saying some stuff about me and my mom, my kids, then it would bother me. But some idiot sitting behind a keyboard saying, what can I do today? Oh, I'm going to talk about Robert Horry. You don't know me, dude. And if you met me, you know, you might have caught me on a bad day. I might not want to talk to you because I'm good for not wanting to talk to a motherfucker now. If you want to sit there and talk, I'm looking like, dude, I don't want to talk to you. And now I'm an asshole. But so I don't care what someone says.
Okay. Harp, are you bothered by stuff? Has anyone ever said anything? I don't think you've probably.
No, I think it's one thing. No one can really say anything personal because most of these people don't know who I am. I mean, they don't know me outside of the show. I mean, it's like they now I've heard some people disagree with certain takes I had. Maybe I may have misspoke or said a player played for this team and didn't and made that mistake. That's fine. But not agreeing with a take I may have, that's cool. That's fine. We all have our own opinions. But no one that I know of that really listens to the show can really say anything about me from a personal standpoint that would even bother me at all.
Except for Rob, who's slamming something into his phone as we speak. That Harper kid doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, he's hammering something. No, you see, I'm the opposite of both of you. I get super bothered.
You do?
I do. I don't know why. It shouldn't bother me. It shouldn't. But like, remember when Gilbert Arenas came after me for saying some of those guys were starters on the FIFA team? And we were running down, and I was like, I don't think. He said, none of these guys are starters. And I said, I don't think that's true. And we ran them all off. And he kind of like gave me shit on it. It bothered the hell out of me. I mean, it sat in the back of my mind all weekend, pissed me off, something terrible. I have, and I've gotten better at this over the years, but I have terribly thin skin. Like, I am bothered by shit like that. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. Like, I want everyone to like me. So if I talk out of face and I say something that's wrong, that's different. Hey, man, you made a mistake. Okay, fine, I'll own that. But like when someone comes for me, bothers the shit out of me. I don't know why it shouldn't, but God, it does.
I just thought I was just asked about a week ago to go on his podcast.
To go on Gilbert's podcast?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you
don't go?
No, I don't. When people ask me to do their podcast, I don't want to have to go to your home or go somewhere like that.
Yeah, so he's big on the whole in-studio thing.
Yeah, and it's just hard for me to go to your space. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, if you did it like, okay, we're going to do a podcast at a studio that I know about, then I'll do it. But I don't want to go. Don't get me wrong, I don't know where his podcast is. I don't know, but I'm just weird about, like, why can't I do it from the comfort of my own home?
I think his layout looks pretty. I think it might be at a studio to have that kind of layout that he has with all those.
They spent money on that. Layout is good. They do a good job, but just.
But I also think it's
bothered
a good idea.
The shit out of me when he came for me, man. It got in my head for days.
But I also think that's a good opportunity for people to see you and hear you and to know that what you got going on. Yeah. So, and then for, them continuing to, your peers continue to have respect enough for you to reach out and say, hey, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you and Gilbert have been a little up and down over the years.
I just, everybody has their opinion. That's what makes this country so great. You're allowed to have your opinion. And I think Gilbert is funny, and I think he does a really great job.
He does not hold back.
So, and don't get me wrong, half the shit he says, I'm like, come on, man.
Well, it's to engage you. It's in a sense, I don't want to call it completely. It's not rage bait, but it's
engagement. It's engagement. Conversation.
It's engagement. Yeah.
But he has good hosts too. He has a good host.
Well, Josiah's the best. Josiah's the friggin' best.
That's a friend of the show.
Yeah, he's an all-time great. Yeah. All right, last thing for a shoot around this week, and it's by the way, if you ever have something for us, send it our way at Big Shot Bob Pod. Don't tag Gilbert. Pick your prime here. Who you got in your prime? Ready? Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving. In their prime, who do you want?
Can I add something else, and maybe we won't add it?
Yeah.
Are we taking away the injury-prone nature of some of these
Yes,
guys.
in their prime. They're healthy, playing their best basketball. Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving.
I might, Rob.
I already know who I'm taking.
I know who I'm leaning toward too, and I don't know if either of you are going to agree with me.
I might take Derrick Rose.
I was this close at picking D Rose, but I'm just a fucking Kyrie fan, man.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that either.
I'm
not
right there
mad
with
at
you.
it.
I was
mad at it.
Derrick and Kyrie were both, and that's not a shot at Brody because Westbrook's.
Yes.
I mean, he was a walking triple double. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like he had that stretch where it was like he was unstoppable.
I just can't get out of my mind Game 7 of what he did against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
You know, and I think of D Rose. I know he was youngest MVP and all this kind of stuff, and that's hard to go against Derrick Rose. Love, but something about fucking Kyrie, man, just puts him on a pedestal for
and
me.
when he's healthy and he's on his game, he's just he's one of the most fun players in the NBA to watch.
Yeah.
He's a blast.
I'm not mad. I'm not
You
mad
can't
at
go wrong
all
with either one.
Yeah, but I'm not. But it came down to it was really between, like I said, no disrespect to Russ, but it really came down to Derrick and Kyrie. I ain't mad at you for taking Kyrie. I'm not, and it was really, really, really tough. Yeah. I just think to just imagine what Derrick Rose could have been.
Oh man,
if he wasn't like, imagine what that Bulls team really could have done if he would have stayed healthy.
He had him close, man. They were real close to kind of taking that next step.
Yeah.
Like that Bulls team was a team that really gave that Miami Heat team fits from a defensive perspective. Yeah. Him, Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, like Derrick Rose had that city of Chicago, boy.
Joakim Noah will always be one of my favorite players, just for the fact that when he got in LeBron's face and said, "Cut all that fucking skinning and grinning and dancing before I put my hands on you." And, you know, for someone to go at a superstar like that, you know, he will always be one of my favorites.
Yeah, he had chalk in his eye. He was all pissed off. You know, I was like, "Come on." All right, man.
And for the second reason is, when he made the All-Star team, he was one of the only players that went by and said hi to all the former great players. And like introduce himself like he needed to be introduced.
Who, Derrick did?
That's when Joakim Noah.
Oh, Joakim Noah.
The respect that he showed for the former players, and that's little things like that always go a long way with a lot of people.